Hey y'all, it is Glam Gamer Rebecca here, bringing you an old-fashioned swatch party. This is me swatching the Nomad Cosmetics Fêtes de Provence palette. This is an intense color palette. I go through the entire palette and swatch them out in individual clips. I am 100% in natural lighting. As you can see, I am outside. So if this is what you are interested in watching me swatch all of these out individually, one at a time, then keep watching because that is what this video is. And then at the end, you'll see all the shade names. Normally when I do these swatch videos, I will do them like I did at the old house that I was staying at, where I do them all on one arm. But because this was a brand new palette and I got it early because Felicia sent it to me, which was kind of amazing. And no, I'm not on their PR list. I usually buy all the products that I have from Nomad. So I think I've gotten 2 palettes free from them, gifting them to me. Anyways, so I wanted to get the swatches done and out faster. But the bad side about recording this outside is that the phone kept overheating. I had Jason recording each individual clip, and then I edited it on iMovie to put it up on like Instagram and stuff with the names and the different colors. So we're working on the top row. So the entire top row are matte shades, and then the middle row is shimmer shades, and then the bottom row again is matte shades. And this is actually, it's kind of neat. If you look at like the beginning part of this palette, it is more warm toned with the pinks and the oranges and the yellows, except for some of the bottom row, which is kind of a grungy color story. So this is a like perfect palette for like spring and summer. But then if you look at the further end of the palette where the purples are, those are all cool tone shadows. So she has a pretty good mix of warm tones and cool tones in this palette. And her newest palette that she just revealed yesterday is a like fall inspired palette. So it's lighter than the Haunted Europe palette, but I can't wait to get this one because it's literally a muted fall color story. So there's a new palette that's coming out. I do have a discount code with Nomad as well, which is 10% off of anything that you purchase. I do not earn any money from Nomad Cosmetics. It is just a discount code. It is Rebecca10. I will leave it in the description below, as well as the link to this palette. And I'm going to be doing a small giveaway in this video. There will be a Google Forms link in the description for you to go to and fill out a couple of pieces of information. And you can see right there that last color that I swatched stained my hand. So the yellow I'm trying to build up on it is not wanting to build very well. So the giveaway will be a Nomad product. I will have a picture of the product on the Google form. So if you go there and you look at the item and you're like, oh, I don't want that, then don't fill it out. But the requirements will be basically that you comment on this video and you like it and you are subscribed to the channel. And I will ask you for a contact method on the Google form, and then whoever wins, I will go ahead and then email you from the email address that you give me. So and you will be getting an email from my Glam Gamer Rebecca Gmail account. This palette here, the Provence palette, it's $39, and I do believe that there was, yeah, okay, so I pulled it up on their website just now. The donations from this palette's sale, so revenue from this palette, 10% of it was going to the Bee Conservancy. So I will also leave that link down below. It's just the beeconservancy.org, but basically they donated 10% of their proceeds to this to help fund, saving the bees and whatnot, which is great. I planted a bunch of flowers and whatnot for butterflies and bees, and my backyard is actually, it looks like grass, but it's not just grass. It is grass and white clover. So in the springtime and stuff, when there's not a whole lot of stuff for the bees to eat, the entire backyard is filled with clover. So they have plenty to eat in my yard. And of course I leave the dandelions and stuff like that. So let's save the bees, people. Try not to spray pesticides on your stuff. I know pests are annoying and whatnot, but you can use things like neem oil and cayenne pepper and, you know, stuff like that in order to keep bugs at bay, which is what I do. Until recently, we didn't really have too many problems with bugs, and now all of a sudden we've got an influx of ants. So I guess they're trying to find a nice warm place to stay for the winter. Now, this is the footage. It's basically, I just took the footage that I had Jason film individual clips of, and I edited it together in iMovie, and I tried to make them all 1 minute clips or under, because Instagram has a problem with clips that are too long if you're trying to put them on like stories or something like that. So all of these clips I tried to keep under a minute or 2 minutes, and they're each of the clips, but then I just went over them with the name. So you'll see like the names of each shade. This yellow shade is really pretty, but it does take a lot of building because it can be quite sheer because of it's so light, but it's a really pretty light sunshiny yellow. But hopefully you guys like this type of swatch video. I don't plan on doing these very often, but I do need to get back into the routine of filming the full arm swatches like I used to at the other house. But trying to find somewhere to film them has been difficult because I used to have an entire counter I could set up stuff on that was, you know, long, and I had enough space to move and put the palette as well as my arm. And I don't really have anything like that here, so I have to set something up in order to do swatches. I do know that some people had asked me to do swatches of comparisons between some of the newer palettes to see just how similar they are. So I need to do that. And then of course, I didn't realize she launched this one. There were like 2 palettes that she launched back to back, or 3. Okay, so she released Whistler Snow Lodge last Christmas time, and then the Paradise Islands palette was spring, then the Provence palette was June or July, and then now she's got another one coming out in October. So she's looking at the palettes on the website. Yeah, there are quite a few new ones, and it looks like she's trying to put out 3 a year. I think last year she did 3 or 4. Anyways, so it is what it is. The new palette, I don't know if Felicia's going to send it to me, because I know most influencers have already got it. I know that their Makeup Just for Fun has already got swatches up on her Instagram, which means she's already got the palette. And so if I was going to get it gifted, then I would have gotten it. I also noticed that there are other influencers that are getting these English is hard, palettes from Nomad. Like, I know Teresa's did a video, and she's like, I don't know who these people are, but I'll try the palette because they sent it to me for free. And then she kind of like shit on the palette. She's like, it's okay, I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it. I'm like, well, you know, it's, you know, and influencers are going to do that. They're not going to like everything that you send them, and it is what it is. I'm not big enough for companies to even think about sending me products, but you know, it is what it is. So we're coming to the end of the swatches. I also put in some like makeup looks that I did with this palette. There was like 2 or 3 other looks that I had done that I couldn't find pictures for, and I don't know where I sorted them. It's like they grew legs and walked off my computer. So the pictures that I have are from the initial unboxing, and then a couple of other looks that I have done since then, so that you can see what they look like on the eye. And I am almost 42, so just to give you an idea, I usually use the Beauty Crop Stuck On You eyeshadow primer if I do use a primer on my eyelids. So I do have hooded eyes and older eyelids that need a little bit of maneuvering, but these shadows, they build and blend beautifully. The matte shades, some of them do have a tendency to leave some shades behind, but all in all, it's a beautiful palette, and it was perfect to come out in summertime. You can use it for spring or summer, and some of the purples you could probably get away with during like the spooky season because they're like kind of grungy. So anyways, I am Glam Game Rebecca. Let me know your thoughts down below on this palette. Would you pick it up? Is this a color story that speaks to you? And don't forget the giveaway in the description box below. I'm just going to ask for a couple of things like being subscribed, liking, and commenting. I will see you later. Bye.